right. Happy Monday. Almost told y'all good morning, but it's not. Anyways, I'm so excited to be here tonight with you guys. We are going to talk a few things. I asked in the group, and you all voted about more for sealing the deal, closing the deal, and I was talking with Andrew and Heather really quick earlier, and she reminded me of a few things that we had done previously. And I think that we just forget what we're supposed to be doing, honestly. Like we just forget the basics. And so we've had these systems into place. We've went over them, we've trained on them, and then it's like, what happened? Like, where did they go? And so it's like we just fall off and we kind of forget, I think, what we're supposed to be doing. So a lot of times, I think what's happening when we are in the recruiting stages, we are just not what we call keeping them in the car. We're letting them out of the car because we're doing too many things at once. And so when I first started, I remember like Andrea would text me and she'd be like, Marina, you just like dropped like five different thoughts on them. Like, let them answer one at a time. And so I think sometimes not only do we word vomit, but we confuse them too. Like we might start talking like ingredients and then we're sharing a testimony and then we're dropping them like three different packs and they're like, which one do you want? And they're like, I don't know. Which one do I want? I don't know. I just wanted to learn about having more energy. I don't know what pack I want, right? So I think we just kind of get off track. And if we just say what I call hyper focused and we stick to the plan, right? And stick to what we know how to do. And that is asking them what interests them. We're not really asking them health goals because if somebody would have asked me what my health goals were before, I would have been like, literal no idea. I don't know. I just want to wake up or not poop all day. Is that a health goal? I don't know. So like I think that kind of like shuts people down because it's just not, it's like a very broad question in my opinion and it's not very like specific. So if you send that gut health list, like I know a lot of people do that. I really don't think that that is as bad as asking what their health goals are. But if you're sending that list, I would ask them from that list maybe what interests them. And then if they say energy, then you can ask them questions about maybe what would it feel like to have more energy or what would that do for your everyday life or if you had more energy, what would you do? Like, what would their life be like? Would they do different activities or, would that make them a better mom or could they work out again? Like, really dig in with these people because I think that's kind of what we're missing too, is that peeling the onion back and really getting down into what are they even interested in? What even brought them to your messenger or what made them comment on your post or slide the poll or whatever it is on your story, right? So Allie says, what stands out to you? Okay, so that works. So Emily Gibson trains on what interests you the most. And so I do have, of course I have, a PowerPoint because it's been made before because this is no new information. It's not new. Okay. So no new info here. So you're probably going to be like, Brianna, you and Andrea have done this a million times. We have, and we're going back to it because that's what we have to do. So that it really is just again what like we get off track and we forget what we're doing. So this will help us to keep on track. Okay. So share, I'm sharing screen. Share. Okay. All right. Can you see this little PowerPoint? It says systems don't change. You do. You all see that? Okay. Okay. So, anyways, what interests you the most? Um, is that what you see, Heidi? Do you see the roadmap? Okay, perfect. I see Heidi, so that's what I was asking. So when you are asking what interests you the most, okay, that's when I want you to go find a testimony that will relate to what they just told you.
Yeah.
And in that testimony, you are looking for those specifics that they said. If they said energy, if they said weight loss, digestion, whatever, You guys know that you can go to Facebook and type in energy and plexus or whatever, and all of those, any story that has been posted will be on Facebook. We also have Rooted in Health, we have Rooted in Wellness, we have a team full of people who have different testimonies. So you have stories at your fingertips. All right. So I know just in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I have dropped Amelia's BioCleanse story like 3 or 4 times because you guys had asked if kids can use BioCleanse. And that's just what I keep using, right? It's simple, it's effective. Boom. That's what I would send. Okay. So that's what you're doing. And if you just want to make it simple, I don't copy and paste. I literally will screenshot it, fix it so it looks pretty, like share the picture and send it that way. That way they're not reading a huge thing. Does that make sense? Like I'm a screenshotter, but that's just personal preference. So the testimonies are what is going to show that this works. You don't have to talk product or product like ingredients. Ingredients like shuts people down. It sends them to like the logical part of their brain. And then that's not what we're going for. You're going for the emotional side of their brain, the stories, the impact, like the deep down, like that's what I want. That's what I want to feel like. That person is what I want to look like. Emotional, right? Stories, just like Bob said. You're looking to transform them. We're problem solvers, and that's what the stories do. So we're not sending them to a group to check it out. We're not inviting them to an event. We're not sending them samples. Okay. Don't do any of that until you've asked them what interests them. You've sent a story and you've asked them, do you relate to this? Right? That's all you have to say. Do you relate to this? Okay. Then they will tell you, yes, I relate to it. No, I don't. Right. Or if they say, well, I only relate to part of this. Right. Okay. Then you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't the right testimony, or maybe you're asking more questions of, was there something that you felt like you, right? And then you go back, find another story. Okay. It's kind of like rinse, wash, repeat until we get to what they really want out of Plexus. And then step 3 is, do you want to see what they took or do you want to see what they use? Okay. So what interests you the most? Picture and a story. And then do you want to see what they took or do you want to see what they used? And then if it's yes, you send one package, not 3, not 2, start bigger. And I use the advanced custom pack 99.9% of the time. Slim, active, and if they want to do a hydrate, but most of the time it's active. Active is the Plexus gateway drug. Okay. If you can get them on active, I guarantee they're going to keep coming back. If you get them on MetaBurn, I'm telling you, they're going to keep coming back because they're going to feel good. So I usually do, I swear, it's slim, active, like the triplex part, the BioCleanse, the Probio 5, and the Ease. And if they want weight loss or energy, it's active and MetaBurn in that with the Probio 5 and the BioCleanse. So it's not getting them too much, but you're getting them a huge discount. You're getting them products that they're going to see pretty much immediate results. If you take a slim, active, and a MetaBurn, honey, she's going to be shaking her booty. She's going to feel good. Okay. Like I got so much done today because I took 2 MetaBurn and drank a slim and active. And I was like, let's just go. Right. I'm home from spring break. I'm doing the things. So those will get immediate results. And then they're going to feel good with the Probio 5, the BioCleanse. And then if they need Ease for detox, you can always add that. Okay. Send a picture of the package with the pricing paragraph. I have the pricing paragraph saved in my phone, and all I do is edit it for whatever pack that I need to send. I always include the retail price and then go to the VIP price and then tell them what they're going to save. Well, okay. So we are looking at, 200 and some dollars, and then you get it for, 150. So you're already saving $50, right? And then, what we're going for right here is one step, one combo, then the simple pricing paragraph, and then you're asking them, does this look like something you would like to do? Or, you're asking with an open-ended question, and that's it. Like, that's it. So what I do too, I know a lot of people are like, what do you send for the big pack? I send triplex info, and then I will send the active info and the MetaBurn. And I'm like, all of this is going to be your pack. This is all you're going to get in your customized combo pack. It's usually right here. You can see, I'll minimize the people picture so you can see. So this pack is what you need and what most people choose. It's $152 right now with shipping and tax. Taxes free if you live in West Virginia, but it's normally 204. It's going to help you start feeling so good in a week so your body can feel the best it's ever felt. You're saving $52 when you order this month, and you're getting annual membership for free. It's normally 20. You can tell them whatever. They give the kit to you at a discount for your first month, but they've made it even bigger this month. And if you stick with those basic after the first month, it's 152 plus shipping and tax. It will fix all of your issues and get you feeling good. What do you think? And that's what I sent, literally, to every person. Copy paste, copy paste. That's right here. And you just change the pricing of these numbers right here in the bottom. Always do triplex, right? Always revert back to triplex. And then, like, if they want active or whatever, but this is their retail, and then you tell them what they're saving. Okay. Now, if they say yes, you get their phone number and you call them right then. You don't ask for permission, you just call. And then no links. We're not sending send a cart. We all promised, right, that we would not do send a carts anymore. So that is what we're doing. Um, so yes, let me see. Hmm, okay. Is it what's your phone number? Do you see that now? Okay. I think it's like glitching, like when I'm trying to switch the slides, but I'll share all of this with you. I'll send the recording. I can send you this um, presentation, and I can send you everything that is in the notes of my phone too. I can send all that over. Now, when they say yes, that they want to do this, I if I'm not at work, I will call them right then. If I'm at work or they're at work, I do the thing that Callie said last weekend that we send the name, email, phone number, billing address, and then their credit card information. And I have that saved. I can drop again too. So that's all I do. They send me their credit card. I know so many people are like, oh my God, they send me. I mean, people will send me the picture of their credit card, front and back. I got it all. And I'm just like, listen, I'm going to complete this, and then you're going to delete this from this message. Not me. You're going to delete it. Okay. And that's what I tell them. You even on the text, just unsend this info. And I set up the account for them. Me. I'm their assistant. I'm their wellness coach. I set it up. That's part that makes us special, I think. Because how many times have you bought for somebody? They're like, here's the link. Here's what you buy. Go buy this. Enter this code. I don't like this makes us special. We build connection with people this way. We build trust this way. And if you are on the phone, I still enter it because, honey, we know Plexus website ain't always working the best. And then they're like, I don't use promo code yet, and this ain't working, and I got a red screen and whatever. Like, I can't guide them from my end because I'm like trying to picture what screen they're on and like what I need to tell them to do. I'm just like, I'm a visual learner. Let me just do it. I will make sure it gets done right. We will delete your info and we'll get it all taken care of. And then I'm like, I save the password on my computer. So if you have any issues with your account, mama can go in and fix it for you. Right? Like I've got everybody's email and password saved in my computer. And then they're like, hey, can you order this for me? Absolutely. Done. Like I know I had someone in Plexus before tell me they're not their customer's personal assistant. I am. I will be that person because I make a lot of money to make an order for them. That takes me literally 2 seconds. So I will be their personal assistant. I will do whatever to keep them ordering and to keep them happy and to take care of them because I feel like that's what I'm paid to do, right? Um, so if they say no, that's when you go over the objections and let me make sure this is on. Um, this is the screen where we have the name, phone, and I have all of that. like I said, I can send you from the notes um, before. And then, we always ask them to post before we get off the phone. But I think a lot of times what is happening is we're just not even asking for the sale, right? Like we're just getting so caught up in trying to get them the right pack or get them samples or get them into an event that we even forget to ask them for the sale. And so I really think if you can focus on doing this right here, not letting them out of your car, not giving them more than one pack, right? If the big pack is too much, then you default to the smaller pack. No worries, right? Cool. We can start with Reflex. We can start with Slim Actin and Metaburn. There's a pack for that, right? You can do that. No worries. Okay. Like Andrew said, it's all figure outable. We will get you the right pack and the price that you can afford. And then I'm always mentioning that they can start with a friend and they can get their mama on or their best friend with them and they can earn $400 or this month they can earn the watch and the iPad and whatever and go from there. But go back, look at your combos. I know a few weeks ago, some of you guys were asking, like, how do I get these people off the fence? This is how you get people off the fence. You're simple and it's direct and you're just to the point. Like 3 steps, right? There have been times when I was using this in the very beginning that I could get somebody in my inbox and close them within 15 or 20 minutes because it was just boom, 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 right? I've asked them what interests them. I sent them the testimony and the story. I sent them the pack and they were ready. If most people, if they come to you, they're ready to order. But we end up kind of screwing it up because we're talking too much or we're sending too many things or we ask them to come to an event first or we ask them if they want to try it first. No, don't ask them to try it first. That's like last resort. Samples and wellness events or wellness like things with the Zooms and stuff, that should be last resort if they're um, not purchasing, okay, or they have objections. So, trying to see what else I have on here. Do you have any questions on that? I feel like I talked like super duper fast. I've had two active or an active and two metaburn, so it's like it's not at 5, and I'm still like too much energy, too much caffeine today. Um, that's how I live. So go back to your conversations. Like if you're trying to earn an iPad or a red light therapy mask this month, because I know I am. And so I'm gonna go back to conversations because I feel like the last two people that I've talked to, we've just been like in the hamster wheel. And I know it's because I strayed from this right here. I strayed from my system. And so I need to go back and I need to ask them what interests them and get them a story and get them a pack and start fresh. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Like, I don't even think I asked you what interests you. Like when you voted on my story or you commented on my post, like what interested you? Like what caught your eye, right? So those things. Um, so what interests you the most? Send the story, and then do you relate to that? And then do you want to see what they took? And then you see or send the combo and the pricing paragraph. Okay. I feel like it's very like self-explanatory too. Once you like do it a time or two, you'll be like, oh, this like flows really well. And it's just like super duper fast because it's just like back and forth, you and that person. And then it's not like the hamster wheel that you get stuck in. Um, okay. Now, something super exciting before I move on. Anybody questions? Any questions? Okay. So next thing I want to tell you about is something that Heather and Allie and I are going to be working on with you in April. And so we're calling it the Gold Standard Challenge because everybody here wants to be a gold or they want to rebuild a team to gold, right? So even if you're senior ruby or senior gold or whatever, we still want a new leg that is gold. So we're calling this the gold standard. And so I can pull up this too so you can see it. This is basically an accountability group for April. Um, and we are not leaving Andrea out, but Andrea will be in the beautiful Hawaii. So we are we are taking over. So let me share my screen again so you can see this because I'm a visual person, so you can see. Okay. We are going to focus solely for 30 days of April with you. And not this is not your mama's accountability group. Okay. This is someone who is ready to be laser focused, all in for their business, ready to commit, to show up, to step out of comfort zones, and to see growth in their business. So if you're thinking, that's kind of scary, okay, well, then that's probably exactly what you should be doing. Because when I read about this, shared it with the girls, I was like, crap, like I really don't know that I'm like ready for this again. But like I know it's exactly what I need to be doing myself. And I also am ready to put myself back in that leader position. And this is exactly how I can do that. And so this is 30 days of intentional training with the three of us. So we have all built thriving businesses before and still have thriving businesses, and we can show you exactly what to do with daily intentional activity. You will have a live Zoom every other Tuesday. We have already set those dates. It's the first, third, and fifth Tuesday from 8:30 to 9. If you cannot catch the live call, you have to watch the recording within 48 hours. You will be in a special chat thread. In that chat thread, you have to be active and participating in, right? Because we know that like the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay. And we're a supportive community, and that's what we want is to be, to do this together. Okay. So, um, those other Tuesdays that we will not have a live call, you'll just have a training call to watch. Super simple. Every week you will submit another form, and that will show you your weekly output. So you're going to tell us where your points are, what you did to coach your team, what your activity looked like, how many conversations were you in, those types of things. Like, what were your follow-ups like? What were your connections like? And then that way we can actually break down maybe where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, maybe where you're lacking, and then it may be in a mindset shift that you just need to have. And so this is going to really help us get like individualized, but then work on it as a group as well. So you'll have a weekly leaderboard inside our chat. This will be specific to you who are in the Gold Standard Challenge. An action leaderboard that's going to be based on your effort and your consistency and like you're completing your IPA. And then you're going to have a results leaderboard, which is advancements, ranks, and like true growth. So what we expect from you is to stay accountable and track your momentum. You will complete a short jot form every Friday, documenting your actions, conversations, follow-ups, business growth, outcomes. This weekly check-in is required to stay in the group and to be eligible for freebie Friday giveaways. You are committing to show up and participate, engage in the chat, attend live calls with your camera on every other week. Any recordings must be watched within 48 hours. You have to complete the weekly jot form. Ask for feedback, share wins, apply what you're learning, be willing to celebrate others and be a part of the community. This is not for those who are wanting to just sit around and watch by learning and not take action. If you are not willing to step out of your comfort zone, this is not for you. This is for those who are ready to prioritize their business and see true growth in becoming a leader of leaders. So that's where we're at. And that's what I'm excited to do with Heather and Allie. And so we will specialize trainings every other week. you will get the three of us in a special chat thread. And I know we talked last night, and that's where my focus is going to be. So if you're on my team, I love you, but my focus is going to be on my business and the girls who are in the gold standard because they're getting my attention for April because that's where our growth is going to happen. And we are like coaching leaders, right? So then we can do our next set and do it all again, right? And so that's what we're looking for. So this is like an accountability group. We've done these a million times. All of you have probably, been a part of the accountability group. And this is if this is your first call, I'm so sorry. Like I seems a little tense, but I promise it is something so special to be a part of. And it's not scary. It may seem scary, but I promise it's not. So this will be something so special, I think, because it is going to be a select group, I think, that is going to decide to do this. And if you end up setting stagnant inside this group, again, we love you, but you will be removed from the chat thread. So if you're not engaging in the content in the chat, if you're not doing your calls, if you're not completing your forms, then love you, mean it, back. So this is like a tough love moment, I think, for all of us. But I think it's time for that tough love. I think it's time for that tough love. And I think it's time to step on some toes, include like I'm pointing all 10 fingers back to myself. So it's time for us to really like step up, commit to our business, show up, step out of comfort zones, and prioritize our business. So I am excited to do this with you guys. I know Heather and I cannot talk because I have too much caffeine running through my veins still. I'm gonna have to like go walk another mile or something. Um, too much. And y'all get me all fired up. Y'all got me all hot and heavy tonight. um, anyways, so uh, we will start the first. And if you are not in the chat by the first, then you cannot come. Again, love you, but you have to decide by midnight on the 31st if you're going to come in and join with us or not. So we wanted to tell you now so you had time to end your March on a strong foot and then decide, like, is this something that I want for my April or not? So we will post, I'll put everything in High Vibe so you have it, the jot form links, and then that way you can decide and fill it out and whatever. So if it's for you, fantastic. We can't wait to work for you or work with you. And then if not, we still love you. But that's all I had tonight. So if you guys have any questions on the recruiting part and closing the deal, like honestly, if somebody too has like been coming to me a lot, I know like we called it like the takeaway message, but it's always like, I know that like you were interested and like it doesn't seem like it's the right time for you, but if you ever become interested again, like I'm your girl, right? Find me later. I'll be here. So you can always go back in and be like, I see it's not the right time. Come back later. And that kind of sometimes will work too. And they'll like open up and tell you maybe it's money, or they'll come with their objection of whatever they have, and then you can overcome that objection. So, but if you follow the system, I promise, after I did this training with my team like a year ago or something, like they exploded because they had a simple way to recruit, right? It was just bam, 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 thank you, ma'am. And you could just move on. So that is what I would focus on. Go back through your messages, see what you can kind of like, I call it fix, because sometimes we do. We get wordy, we word vomit, like we send the wrong combo pack or whatever it may be. And you can just go back and start fresh, right? And every new person that you work with is you can start fresh with. No one knows how you worked your business before, only you. It's a fresh start every conversation. So you can do it right. Start it. That, that's all I have. Andrea, Heather, Al, anything? Did I miss anything? No? Okay. All right.
You all did great. I would say get your butts into this group. This is like a one in a lifetime chance to have three freaking amazing jewels one on one. Like I know you guys get them on the side, but to have three of their brains in one chat, one thing, like one mastermind type situation, like that is amazing. And these girls are geniuses. So you definitely want to be in there and get your butt in there and get the things going, get serious. And I just want to say we're entering, well, I guess we are a magic week. You have 6 more days to get 6 people, one person a day. Focus on it. You can do it. It is do not give up. Do not give up. Okay. I'm not giving up. I haven't signed my 6 yet. I'm not giving up. Right. Or you say it with me. I'm not giving up. I'm still going to push for the iPad, the Apple Watch, the red light mask, whatever it is. The only way that you can fail is if you completely do nothing these next 6 days, right? And that is not how we're going to do it. We are going to get up. We're going to, what Brianna said, doesn't matter how you worked your business these last few weeks, you can always start again. Okay. You can always start again. Tomorrow you can wake up, you can do your IPA. You can wake up and you can, listen to a podcast, whatever it is that you need, you can fill your cup and you can do it. So just don't make it overwhelming. Start with one person. Who is one person on your hot 20s list that you can go and, like Brianna, use what she said tonight. Go follow up with them. Go use the closing. Go ask them good questions. Take all of this information that you've learned tonight and go and apply it to this week and close and get bold and tell people, like, hey, I know that you told me that you were excited to get started. What's holding you back? Is it cost? Because I remember that cost was something that held me back. But here's what I know. I know that I was spending $7 a day at Starbucks. I know that the sugary drinks that I was consuming every single day was the exact link to the crashes that I was feeling, the inflammation that I was holding on to. And I am so confident. If you haven't found anything else that's working for you, right, in this time, I am confident that Plexus can work for you. Are you willing to give it a try and trust me? You see how confident that came across? Like you have to ask the questions, be confident, and it doesn't matter. The worst thing they're going to tell you is no, and that's fine. But if you can be laser focused, and you can go and you can connect and you can ask those right questions and you can relate it back to, like, hey, I get it because I was there too. Like I thought it was expensive, but here's what I know is, like, I've saved a ton of money, blah blah blah. Or maybe it is that they don't think it's going to work for them because they've tried every single other thing, and you can tell them why it's going to be different this time around. So anyways, my phone's about to die, but y'all got this. Let's close it. It like all went dark. I'm like, it's about to go dead on me. But let's close it out. Let's close it strong. Let's just freaking rally and do this, you guys. Like, we have what it takes and you have what it takes. Dig deep and find that person that you want to be or that you're striving to be and go be that person. Love y'all.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Have a great magic week. And I will see y'all later.